I don't even know. 1 p.m. So that means it is time for a video. Hey, Robin. Hi, Marva. Hi, Carol. Appreciate you coming. I'm going to do a quick refresh here and see if I can make YouTube act like I'm actually transmitting, because I don't know. It is always so weird, and I'm not sure if I'm actually going out. If y'all can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. You don't have to comment. Just give me a thumbs up, and then I'll know that you're hearing what I'm saying, that you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right. I don't know why it's taking so long. It says I'm live on my whatever that is, my phone. So, oh, there we go. Now it's coming back, sort of, maybe. But I'm getting a dang. How can I get a commercial on my own live video? I do not understand how YouTube is working, but it does look like I am very crooked. So let me see if I can fix that, because that's going to make you seasick the whole time. I feel it coming. All right, let's go with that. Does that look any better? Let's see. There we go. Okay, so at least it's straight. It's not perfect, but at least it's straight. We'll get a little bit of zoom going there. Okay, so here is our card today. Thank you all for joining and for putting up with the administrivia that has to happen to be sure that we're doing our thing. Hi, Carol and Kim. Appreciate you coming. Okay, so this is our card for today. Y'all know I do love an easel card, and this one is kind of a double easel. It folds out like that, which means that it displays beautifully. It's hard for you to see how well it displays here, but it does. You know what? That's too much zoom. I don't like that. Okay. It zooms, it displays like this, and so I'm going to turn it up so you can see how it looks when it's opened up. So you get a lot of depth, and you've got your sky in the background, and then a very nice beach scene. I do believe this is Maui. I'm 1000% certain of it. It is Maui. It couldn't be anywhere else. And so let's go ahead and make this. It's a birthday card. You can see on the inside we have some more beach scene and wishing you a beautiful day. And it's all from the Beach Day bundle. All right. Well, with the exception of this DSP, this is the Take to the Sky bundle. So this is with the airplane suite. But I thought it looked like a beautiful puffy cloudy day on the ocean. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Everything will be on my blog tomorrow. And I've done a lot of pre-cutting. We're going to have to do a little bit of die cutting off screen, but it shouldn't be too much. Okay, so the main card base for this card is boho blue. It is 5.5 by 8.5, and I am just going to score it at 4 1/4. Pretty basic stuff right there. The hardest part's being sure you use that gray blade, not the dark one. Definitely Maui. Thank you. I agree. Hey, Bonnie. Appreciate you coming. Okay, so the easel portion, we're doing ours in Lemon Lolly. Seemed like a nice sunny color. And it is 1/4 by 8. And I am just going to score it. We'll have to open this up. I'm going to score it at, get rid of that, 4 inches. In theory, this is correct. I hope it is. We're going to do 4 inches and then 6 inches. Like so. Okay, so that really ought to be right. The math works in my head. So if it isn't right, it's because I have temporarily lost the ability to do math. To make the easel, you're going to fold the 4-inch piece in, so kind of like regular, and then you're going to score the 6-inch piece back on itself like that. So you can see there is our easel. Okay, and then this adheres to the card front, and you now have a tent-fold card with an easel on the front. Okay, set it. Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll first adhere our DSP, and we do want to put the cloud's puffy side up. So I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue. Again, this is Take to the Sky, and we'll just adhere that right there. My reveals are pretty narrow because I really kind of want to minimize the card and maximize the scene. Okay, and I'm not putting anything on this panel. Now, this panel is for our ocean. So let's talk about our ocean a little bit. I have 2 pieces of crumb cake cardstock. They are both the same exact width, so they are 5 1/4 wide. But one is a little bit shorter than the other. And you can see why that is. If you look at the card, you can see that I have like a dune here, right? That I have kind of delineated with some shading, and I'm gonna do a little bit of that. So let me show you how we cut those. And I'm gonna go off screen to do it, but I'll show you the layout. All right, so we're gonna have our sandwich. And this is our back piece. So the back dune, and this is our front dune. You can see one is taller than the other. And I'm going to use the 2 dies in the set. Now, this die is legit a dune die. Okay, it's designed to be a dune die. So I have cut this piece right here is 1 3/4 tall. So when I set it on my cutter and on my plate, I'm going to put that top swell right at the top edge. Make sense? So far, we're good. Okay, the other one, this one is really a wave maker. Okay, it really is designed to make waves. But if you turn it with this edge right against the top edge of your cardstock, it's going to cut that. Oh no, wait, I just messed up. You got to cut it, do it the other way. Sorry, this way. So you can see the wave edge is up. And if you put those top waves against the top edge of that cardstock, what's going to do, it's going to cut off a strip that would be your waves if it wasn't crumb cake, because that would be really yucky waves. And then the bottom piece, this remaining piece, is going to have a nice little wave to it. Now, you could absolutely 100% use this same die on both pieces, but I think it's fun to have something just a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to set this on just like so. I know, are you guys impressed? New cutting plates. I know. It's like Christmas when you have new cutting plates. I'll be right back. New cutting plates. It's like you have that new cutting plate smell. You know what I mean? And so that makes them awesome. Okay, now let's see what that gets us. Oh, bonk. Sorry, little earthquake. We'll take this off. And you can see, I'll put it back so you can see what we have here. So this is how we cut it. And when it cut, you get this strip, which if it wasn't crumb cake, that would look like little waves, right? So you would take this little piece out. Yeah, well, I didn't go back through because I wasn't looking for it to do that, because I didn't care. But if you take this piece out and then put it against a piece of white, you get snow-capped or white caps, okay? So this part we're going to use as our ocean, and then this part down here, or our sand dune, and then this part down here will be the second portion of the sand dune. Okay, now you're going to watch and see what I do here. So just let me put these back so I don't lose them, because I can lose stuff quicker than anybody. Hey, Donna, appreciate you coming. And Bonnie and Alicia, appreciate you. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this little sand image, which is kind of dirty right now. I'm going to take this little sand image. It's got shells and sand and, you know, things like that. And I'm going to stamp all over both pieces. Okay, I'm not even worrying. I may not go quite all the way down on this one just because I'm going to get bored quick. And I don't need it to be that far down. But I'm really kind of covering everywhere. Because in Maui, there's lots of shells, I'm pretty certain. Okay. And here, I think you could even cut it. I'm going to do this where it's going to be hidden. No, see, that looks funny. I think it looks kind of funny upside down, so don't get all jiggy with it. Just do straight up. And they can kind of overlap themselves. And let's see, is that going to work? Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit further down so I've got all the play that I want here. And then we'll do this one for sure all over. Isn't that a cute little set? And it really just starts to make it look like sand. Now, it probably wouldn't make green look like sand, but it certainly will make crumb cake look like sand. It would make, I think you could use it on very vanilla and you'd get those white sandy beaches like they have in places where the sand gets in, you know, pretty much everywhere. I was trying to think how you'd make it. Oh, you could do it. You could do it with like petal pink, and then stamp it with petal pink, and then it would be a pink sand beach, and there's only one of them in the world, but I don't know where it is. But then that could be where your card is, where your beach is, right? You could do that if and you wanted to. And I suppose you could do black, or you could do gray, like basic gray with black stamp, and then you'd have a black sand beach. I'm telling you what, you could just go crazy. Hey, Amy, appreciate you coming. I'll take you however I can get you. I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to move this out the way since I now have things open. And I'm just going to use my small blending brush. I'm not going to have a whole lot of ink on it. I'm just adding a little bit of color. And I'm also not working very hard to make it very homogeneous, because sand isn't really homogeneous. Now this bottom piece, I'm going to make a little extra effort near the top so that it kind of sets it apart. All right? Because setting it apart is part of the reason I'm doing this. See, I'm getting a little bit harder, a little bit darker right in that top, across that top edge. And then we'll go ahead and give it some of this, just to kind of blend it all together. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. And because I've already made one of these, I know where it's going to go. But you can bet I did a lot of dry fitting before I put this. Oh, black and clear embossing powder. That would be very cool. So I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. And I'm going to stamp it right about here, as straight as I can get it. Okay. All right. Now, to make our beach, what we're going to do here is this piece is not going to be lined up with the bottom. You can see what the problem would be. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it above the fold, like that. Okay? And that is so that when I line this one up with the very bottom edge of the easel, I get bigger beach. Bigger beach. Okay? All right. So let me go ahead and I want to think if I want to do this. When I did this before, I kind of put it all together at once. And I think we're going to want to do that probably. So I'm going to build this like so. And the way I'm going to build this is I'm just going to put this edge like that. Nah, I'm going to do it like I did before. Okay, so this is ready. Let's go ahead and build some beach accoutrement. Now, we have some die cut pieces here. We are going to make a guard shack using these 3 pieces in the die set. So we have this is in Summer Splash. That's this piece. I did a railing and a siding and a cross brace, which is in front of me somewhere. I just can't see it right now. Maybe it's over on my... See, I've already lost something. Do you see a cross brace? Yeah, no, I don't either. It's here somewhere, but there's a cross brace, and it looks like this. So I've got the guard shack, not the guard shack. The military's coming out. It's the lifeguard shack, a cross brace, a siding, and a railing. And I did them all in Lemon Lolly. Lemon Lolly. Lemon Lolly. That's not how you say it, but that's what I'm doing. All right, so I'm just going to use some liquid glue. And I learned a little lesson. It's a lot easier if you put your railing on before your siding, because it wants to kind of tuck under the siding. So just be gentle. You could use an adhesive sheet here. You know that's not how I roll, so don't think badly of me. Just if you like the adhesive sheets and you can remember to use them, you do that. Now you can see it kind of incurs into the siding, and there's a spot right here where the siding goes, or the solid piece goes away. That is fine. And then we'll go ahead and put our cross brace on. Just be gentle with the, this is kind of how I think about liquid glue. I think to myself, what a no, sorry, that was totally off the wall. No, I think to myself, I want some glue to come out of my glue bottle. And then I just kind of let it happen. I don't think squeeze. Okay, I just kind of think let some glue come out of the bottle, which is why sometimes it takes me a while to get glue coming out. But I would much rather glue come out very slowly than very fastly. Okay, and then this is just going to set right in. Wait, it may go like this. Nope, it does not go like that. It goes like this. Alrighty, like so. Okay, and then this little guy goes right here, and you can see the overlap. Now, he has got one of his shutters closed, apparently, which is fine. Now, I did have a thought that would be fun if you felt like playing with it. You could take one of the cutouts. Let me see if I can find one. Hang on a second. Oh, yeah. Look. You could actually take one of the cutouts and you could raise it on a... Ooh, I'm going to do that. You could raise it like he's raised the shutter, right? That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Okay. Except we probably aren't going to do that on this one because I have to think how that would look real. Okay. So we'll start building our scene here. This is going to go like so. All right. And then I have, I've done some more die cutting. We're going to have a palm tree. So I cut 3 palm frondes. 2 are in old olive, and this one is in granny apple green. And then I cut 2 pecan pie trunks. And I'll tell you why I did 2. Because when you put 3 fronds together, that becomes pretty heavy. So what I did is I doubled my trunk. Two trunks in one, just to give it a little more stability. All right. Okay. Like that. And then we're going to alternate these guys like so. So we'll just kind of do that. There's not a whole lot of rhyme or reason to how you make your palm tree, I don't think. I mean, palm trees do their thing all the time without any help from us. And then I'm going to put this guy right like that. And sandwich this guy over the top. Okay, just like that. Oh, stay there. Okay. And we'll let him kind of sit there and dry for a second while we do a little coloring. Okay? Alright. Okay. There's my sandcastle. I just stamped him in crumb cake, and cut him out. There's a die for that. And I have a little lounge chair, and I have an umbrella, and I'm going to use the light Calypso Coral, and we're going to just color this guy Calypso Coral. Like so. Now, on one of my very first tries with this umbrella, I did use the dark Calypso Coral, and it was too much. It was too jarring. So, remember that you can do shading with just one blender, okay? Stampin' blends is what I'm trying to say. So I've filled the field here with the light, and you can just go back and add some shading where you want it. And it's way more subtle when you are using the same tone. So if I had used the dark one, it would be very much in your face, and I did not want that. So there's our umbrella, and I'm going to color the chair the same. You know when you go to those hotel places where they have chairs and umbrellas and stuff, they all match each other. I think it's how they can remember who's to pick up at the end of the day. That's what I think. And then this is the seat. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Come back here, add a little bit of definition with the same light pen, and then darken the seat a little bit. Okay, so there's our lounging chair. And then I have one other cool thing to show you. Actually, probably a couple of cute things. We have a little bit of grass that's going to go at the base of our palm tree. And I've got 3 seagullies. They're just tuxedo black on white and die cut with the die in the set. Except I think I just lost one. I'm supposed to have 3. Where did you go? Where did you go? Aw. Oh wait, maybe he's right there. Nope. Well, he may show up or he may not. I may have to cut another one. Another one. Huh. Well, that's weird. That's weird. Okay, now look, I want to show you this. So this is our life preserver die. And if you just cut one and you put it on the side of the guard shack, that doesn't look right, okay? But there's not, the other circle die in here doesn't really fit. So here's how you do this. You make one with Calypso Coral. Any life ring worth its salt has red or orange in it. I'm just saying, okay? Yes, Robin, he flew the coop. He's gonna, you know when he'll show up is when I'm cleaning up afterwards. And then I'm gonna be like, you bugger. You little bird bugger, you. He'll show up. Maybe he won't. I don't know. Okay, so here's what you do. You cut one in white and you cut one in Calypso Coral. And then you're going to adhere the Calypso Coral to the white one and you're going to just offset those little openings. Okay, and it's hard. It's hard because your brain wants to line those openings up. Ask me how I know that. I just tried it again. See, my brain wants to do that, but you don't want to do that. You want to put it on just like that. And then you have, a one-piece life preserver that is white and orange like it should be. And you can't see through it. So there you go. So let's go ahead and adhere him to the side of the lifeguard shack. I think it's going to go right there. Yes. Yes, that's where it's going to go. Okay, so let's start putting this little guy together, shall we? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on and I'm going to raise it up a little bit so that it's above this yellow part. All right. So we're going to do that with some liquid glue. And it doesn't have to be very far, but you don't want to see that yellow piece. Okay. You don't want to see it. So just line it up. You can see about how much overlap or extra lap or whatever you want to call it there is. And this one we're going to do with Stampin' Dimensionals, okay? But first I'm going to put my tree on. So let's see if we can lay out our scene. You want to lay out your scene so that you put things where you want them. We're going to have this guy. I really want him above the horizon so that you can see the dunes. And then we're going to have our tree, or what is that? An umbrella. And we're going to have, oh, Mr. Chair, where did you go? There you are. I'm going to have Mr. Chair, like so. This is going to be a little higher. Let's put our little guy on here, lay him out. And he's going to be popped with dimensionals, okay? So we're going to go like that. And then this guy's going to be in the front. This guy's going to be right about here. He's just chilling, enjoying the day, thinking, I wonder if I can get an Aperol Spritz here in Maui. That's what he's thinking. Okay, we'll put that there like that. And then this guy will be at the base of our tree. So you can see how it's kind of all coming together, right? Okay, so let me pick up my sand dune, and I'm going to adhere that tree. Now, this tree can be as tall as you want, as long as you don't go above there. The less tall it is, the more support it has. So, you know, don't get too carried away here. But you don't have to be too worried about it, especially with that double trunk. Okay, and he's kind of leaning that way. Maybe push him up a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere my bottom sand. And we're going to do him with Stampin' Dimensionals. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. And we'll get, let's see, I need some more dimensionals. Come here, guys. Do you guys talk to your dimensionals? I'm just asking. And look, when you do this, you kind of want to keep your dimensionals away from the top so that you still have the option to tuck things in, should you want to. Options are always good. Options are always good. Can you guys, I cannot believe that it is already the 11th of June. No, that's, yeah, that's how much I can't believe it. It isn't even the 11th of June. It's the 11th of July already. Do you realize that in a month and a half, we're going to have a new mini catalog? Yeah. Uh-huh. Do you realize in 2 weeks, I'm going to be making my list for who to send to? So if you are a customer and you think you're going to get a catalog, but you aren't entirely sure, you might want to touch base with me to see if you're on my list. And if you haven't been a customer, but you think you might like to have a catalog, then head over to my online store and get signed up by placing an order of $50 or more. Okay, so you can kind of see that that pops up. You can see because I did the brushing that you can actually see the horizon or the sand dune, and you can't see the edges. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting on our little the thingy woozits here, our thingy woozits. Now, this like that, so that he is supported and not kind of hanging out in space, right? All right, so there we go. Be sure our dimensionals, we need to put him a little bit lower. I needed to put those dimensionals a little bit lower is what I meant to say. Okay, so there we go, that's fine. That's all good. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of liquid glue right behind there. Like that. And these guys, they don't really need anything. You can put some liquid glue there if you want. Why? Why would you go dead? What in the, I'll tell you what, I don't know. That is the weirdest thing ever. Isn't that weird? I did nothing. I'm telling you, I did nothing. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna refresh and see what happens. Wow. Nope, that didn't do good. Hang on a second, let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. Now you can't see or hear. Can you hear me again? Wow. I do not know, people. This is not even, I don't know. Whoa, look at that. Huh. It even still says I'm live. Okay, so you can hear me, but you cannot see me. Yeah, I see that, Amy, but I still see, oh, let's see what we got going here. All right, my camera, huh. Well, I wonder if I just had a blip in my internet. Well, the shutter did not close. It's definitely open. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I just truly don't. My camera is on. It was, I mean, I didn't change anything. Turn my camera on. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I can go out and come back in, but at this point, I'm not entirely sure what it's going to do. All right, you guys, I'm going to close. I don't know how to turn it off and then back on. I just don't. Especially not without losing the feed. Okay, so I will come back. I will go out and come back in and see if we can fix this. Okay, so hang on, guys. Bear with me. If I could tell you what was going on, I would, but I can't, so I won't. So hang on just a second.